have announced the starters for the East and the West, right? So let's go through the West first. So I remember seeing the Holy Trinity there, which is KD, Steph, and LeBron. They're starters. I
That's
know we talked
crazy.
about this last week. We definitely talked about this last week, but we'll get into that. And then we have Jokic, obviously deserved, and then Shea, I believe,
Shea.
right?
Yeah.
Obviously deserved as well. So I mean, let's get right into it. I think obviously Shea and Jokic, MVPs between those two, realistically. Maybe you could throw Giannis in there. Maybe we'll talk about that too. But between those two, obviously they have to be starters. Shea averaging 35, 5 and 6, not 35, sorry, probably 31, 5 and 6. All right,
Leading the league.
almost the best record in the league now because Cleveland dropped a few off. Cleveland lost about three in a row. So I mean, OKC lost a couple as well. But they're in the hunt for number one seed in the league. Um, Already number one in the West, so that's already deserved. Jokic averaging a triple double still, and he had that amazing game, 25, 21, and like 17 or something like that last week.
It was Wilt Chamberlain numbers.
I don't even think Wilt did something like that. I don't. I think the only comparable game, and I think like I didn't really hear it in the news too much, but like they were trying to compare games to it, and they only could compare Wilt. But Westbrook had a 20-20-20 game,
When Nipsey died, you're right. You're right.
right?
You're right.
So
You're right.
that counts. Well, we don't want to
Yeah.
give it to Russ, but that's there,
No,
right?
I just forgot. I just forgot.
Yeah, everyone forgot.
Yeah, I just forgot. But you're right. Yeah, yeah.
Everyone forgot about that one. But yeah, those two obviously deserved, right? But then we have LeBron, Steph, and KD. What is your thoughts on how they got into the starting lineup for the All Star break?
I'm not mad. Remember, I said fans, right? If the fans want KD, Steph, and LeBron in, I'm not mad. They're gonna retire soon.
Yeah,
They're not gonna be in the league soon. So I mean, I'm not mad at it. Whatever. They gave the game a lot. A lot of people still watching the NBA because of them. So I don't have a problem with that. To be honest, I don't have a
yeah.
problem.
I mean, they're averaging great numbers. I guess you know what? Given this year, due to like injuries, like you could
That's true.
probably throw like a Luca in there. You know what I mean? If he was playing more games for the year. So I mean, fair. I get it. But there's a lot of players playing great basketball right now, and a lot of teams with better records than those three particularly. I mean, you know, Golden State has kind of fallen off from the great start that they had this year, but Lakers are 26-19. That's not a terrible record. In a
They're in the
tough
playoffs.
West. Yeah, they're in the playoff run, right? The two surprise teams ahead of them, Houston and Memphis, like, you know what I mean? So they're sitting right there beside Denver, realistically, right?
Yeah. Okay.
KD, do you think he's deserving of?
He's still.
Why
He's
do
still.
you said he is? So why is he?
I mean, he's still dropping 27 points a game, so it's not even like it's a legacy, like a legacy award I'm trying to give him. He's dropping 27 points on pretty good efficiency. I understand his team is not doing the greatest right now. I
Hmm.
wouldn't blame that. I wouldn't put all the blame on him for that. I think it's more of a front office, maybe a little bit of coaching thing. But yeah, he's still dropping 27 on efficiency, on great efficiency. And like I said, the fans wanted him there, so it wasn't like I said, it wasn't a make a wish award. It was. I believe he earned this. Out of the three, maybe Steph because Steph's numbers have regressed a bit. I think he's only averaging 21, 22 points a game. His team is obviously out, like not even the plane right now. I think they're sub 500. So like if we want to play that game of maybe who doesn't deserve to be in the starting lineup for the All Star game, I would probably have to go more Steph than
Than
KD.
any of the other two. Okay, fair
Yeah,
enough. Yeah, that's fair. Worse record than both of them, and less points than both of them, right? So
facts.
that's fair. There was because like I'm just kind of going through like the rankings in the West. Okay, you have OKC number one. Really, there's only Shea on that team that is deserving of a starting
Oh,
position,
started. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right? Maybe another as a reserve, maybe like a reserve. But for the other players, second, Houston. There's not really one player that really stands out. They're just playing great team basketball.
Team bonding.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but you got to
Uh,
send somebody though. You got to send some. Maybe not as a starter, but you got to send somebody.
yeah, for sure. Right. Memphis. I would. You could kind of let Morant sit back, right? Because like I prefer Steph over Morant. Morant should be a reserve as well. We'll talk about that. But then the other teams besides those is like Denver, um, Clippers. Is there anyone really on the Clippers? Maybe as a reserve once again. So I
James
guess they
Harden.
got it right with the starters. Maybe there's a little bit of um, preference to those three players, anyways. If Luca was around, maybe that would be another player in the hunt. Maybe, right? Maybe you could swap him with Curry or something like that, if that's the
Gotcha.
case. But fair, that's fair. But there's one player because I just want to. I don't like. I want to play the devil's advocate a bit. Uh,
Don't tell me.
I would love to see Wemby possibly. I mean, like definitely as a reserve. I think he's definitely deserving of a reserve spot. But you know that lineup is pretty if you want to see a show, I just wish he got more votes. I guess that's what I'm kind of saying because I don't think maybe the coaches would give it to him, but maybe if there's enough push from the votes, then maybe he would be someone to be considered. Like maybe the next 2 years you see Luca and Wemby, holding down a starter spot going forward. You know what I
Oh,
mean, for the
facts.
next foreseeable years, right?
Oh,
So,
facts.
um, I mean, I guess they got it pretty right. They got it pretty right in the West. Now for the East, we have Donovan Mitchell,
This is where you disagree.
Giannis, right? Who else do we have?
Cat,
Cat,
Jason
Brunson,
Tatum,
and
and
Jason Tatum. Okay,
so Knicks have
so
two.
yeah, Knicks have two. You know what? You got to give it to Cat because he's been playing, just the best basketball of his career. He's always produced great numbers, and he's continuing on progressing, right? Obviously, Brunson, always held down New York, and he had the heart for them. He's the one that drives it. He's the leader on that team, so he's deserving of a spot as well. But is there another guard that you would put in place, possibly? Like, if is there anyone knocking on Jalen Brunson's door? Is what I'm trying to say.
For no, I don't think so. I would say maybe Damian Lillard, maybe,
Yeah,
but besides that, no. I think the way the East played out, that's what I predicted. Brunson and Donovan Mitchell being in the backcourt. I know a lot of people wanted Lamelo in it, but I just thought that Brunson and Donovan Mitchell are playing better winning basketball. And I know that doesn't really matter, but clearly to the fans it does. So I don't know. Oh, well, we're not the fans, sorry, because it is 50% fans. I meant like the other people that vote. Sorry, clearly winning matters to them because I feel like if it was 100% fans, Lamelo probably would be in that
because he was one of the
butter.
leaders.
He was one of the leaders. Yep, yep. So this was like the media and the coaches were saying winning matters a tiny bit
Yeah.
in choosing an all star.
Man, if it's just an all star game, like certain teams, certain players end up on certain teams. Like, what if you know what I mean? Jokic or Jamal Murray just had an injury, and Denver was going absolutely nowhere. Are you gonna like discredit Jokic because they're sitting at ninth spot in the West?
If there's other big men that are playing at a high level and their teams are ahead, you might. You might have to, even though you don't want to. A lot of times, like people don't have Lamelo even being a reserve, and he's what
That's
like third
crazy
in
now.
scoring. He's third or fourth in scoring in the whole NBA. You know what I'm trying to say? You're saying Wemby, like I don't know. I put Wemby down as my reserve or one of the reserves, but you're saying that he might not even get it, which is a possibility as well. So like, it great players all don't make it all the time. Like I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I don't think Lamelo's making it because he's too good.
You don't think he's making it as a reserve?
No, it's just Damian Lillard. There's too many guard play. Damian Lillard, Darius Garland, Cade Cunningham. Like, there's other guards that are contributing to winning to their on their team than Lamelo Ball
Okay, so do you put Cade and Garland over Lamelo?
in the All Star game.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're in my list. Yes, I have Cade Cunningham and Darius Garland in my. I also have Hero in there as well as a guard, or he probably be a wild card, but yeah, yes. I told you already. I told you already when it comes to reserves.
Damn.
I told you already when it comes to reserves, in my mind, anyways, and I feel like others agree to a certain extent. I think winning matters when picking the reserves. I get it. All star starters, the fans go, "Yo, this is who we want." But I think when it comes to the coaches, I think they look at the stand-ins. They go, okay, who's the most valuable player on their team with respect to winning? And like Lamelo's team is what, second last in the East right now. I get it. I get it. He's doing great things, but his great things are just not translating to great wins. I know, bro. Listen, I feel you, but I gotta be objective, bro. I gotta be objective.
I'm just trying
You're
to think
gonna.
of some examples where, like, a great player just had like a crappy team. Like, all those years Kobe was losing, 07, 06.
They weren't
First
15th
ballot.
though,
First
but he wasn't.
ballot.
But he wasn't 15th though, and he wasn't 14th.
Okay,
And
they were,
and
yeah.
and also too, I could be mistaken, but back then fans controlled it 100%.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and Kobe's Kobe, like they're
I
gonna
know
vote
LaMelo's not
him.
Kobe. I don't mean
He's not Kobe.
to.
He's
I
not
don't mean
Kobe.
to.
But even though he's not Kobe, he was still getting Kobe like respect from the fan voting still. So if it was
Yeah.
100% fan voting, LaMelo might be a starter. So so fan voting has actually made those guys who are on bad teams become all stars, which in turn make their resume look a lot better than maybe it should.
Yeah.
Because a lot of guys wouldn't be a reserve, and this is what happens. Some guys need to make it through by being a starter, right? And I think that's why the NBA jumped in now because fans were voting for guys that they probably shouldn't be there. And they'd be like, okay, you guys can only take 50% of the vote. We'll deal with the rest. Like we'll clean it up once you guys, deal with your foolery, whatever.
So okay, so the vote doesn't matter essentially, is what you're telling me.
I mean, I guess it doesn't. I guess what the NBA does is they go, okay, let's hear what the fans want, and then we'll line it up with what we want. So, which in theory, like LeBron, they want KD, Steph, Giannis, Jokic, Shea. Like I think they know the fans will vote for those guys, but those other little outliers, in this case, LaMelo, I think they're like,
But my
Wemby.
question to that though, you said okay, they're gonna listen to what the fans want, and then they're gonna do what they want. But shouldn't what they want
Mm-hmm.
be what the fans want?
It depends though, because I feel like when it comes to sports leagues and stuff like this, they always try to cater to the casuals, and the casual will turn on an All Star game if certain players are playing. So the fans sometimes they get behind players that I forgot a few years ago. They got behind a player that should not have been in the All Star. I forgot who it was. No, no, oh, Zaza Pachulia. I think like way back.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I
it
think
can
this is
get
why the
crazy.
NBA stepped in.
It can
I
get
think this is why
crazy.
it can get crazy. So I hear what you're saying, but at the same time too, like the NBA is a business, and if they're gonna put their product out there, they can't have Zaza Pachulia starting at center. You need Jokic out there.
Yeah,
You need LeBron, KD, whoever the best player
yeah.
is that year. They need those guys. So
And
fans are just a little.
they're a little
That's why
crazy
they
right now. And
they're a little
like
crazy.
you one post on Reddit, everyone's like, "Yo, get Bronny James in the All Star game. He's there."
That's what I'm saying, and that's why the NBA is they recognize that. They're like, I don't know about y'all. You guys
Yeah, you guys are getting a
like
little
you
crazy.
guys are a little crazy, and we're here to just kind of clean up any mess you make.
True. Okay, so then to the reserves, you said you have Tyler Hero, Darius Garland. Who else you got? You got Jalen Brown in there.
No, no,
Okay,
no. I don't have
I
Jalen
don't
Brown.
disagree. I don't disagree.
So Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, Siakam, Hero, Cunningham, and
You're still putting
maybe Lillard.
Siakam in there.
Yeah, yeah. Indiana Pacers, they're fifth in the West. He's the best team on that team. Sorry, he's the best player
Um,
on that team. Like, if you're gonna put Lamelo as a reserve, bro, like,
that's what I'm saying. I'd prefer Lamelo over Siakam. I don't care about record at that point. I'm caring
yeah.
about a show.
But hold on. But again, who picks the reserves? The coach. Like, do coaches are coaches gonna look at it from an entertainment perspective, or are they gonna look at it from a who's contributing to winning perspective? I think that's what matters too, no?
Yeah, I hear you.
So I don't know. So that's why I got Siakam there. I know he's probably not a fan or a
A
lot of
very
fans who
popular
want him in the
guy.
game. Yeah, popular
Yeah.
guy. Sorry, but that's for me. That's yeah. I don't know who else you can put in. I don't know who you have or who you disagree with, but yeah.
I got Tyler in there. I got Garland's a squeeze, to be honest. Like everyone's hitting on that team. Like what I mean. It's not just him dragging the team, and there's so much guards. Like, what I mean. Like I'm putting Lamelo over Garland. Um,
Damn, this guy. Okay.
just because the man's averaging 30 plus points, man, and he's a very valuable player to the team. Just because the team has a lot to figure out, but he's got to figure it out at least on his part. Um, yeah, I think those would be my guards as the bigs. Um,
You have
you
Jalen Brown in
know,
there.
sorry.
Jalen Brown. Do you have Jalen Brown?
No. I don't have Jalen
Oh,
Brown in there. I'm just trying to think of some bigs that we could fit in there. Well, in the West we also forgot about Anthony Edwards, but he's probably a reserve. But
oh, he's definitely reserved. Definitely
yeah, he's
reserved.
definitely a reserve. In the East, I'm blanking on a lot of players. Maybe like a Halliburton, but like he's not even playing too well either. Cade Cunningham for sure. I got in there as well. No one on the Brooklyn. No one on Boston besides Tatum.
You see now maybe why I put Siakam in there because
Yeah, it's
because
kind of
you got Giannis, Cat already gone, right? And then you got like I said Evan Mobley. Then who else
yeah,
after that really?
yeah,
So Siakam gets in just because it's kind of thin.
yeah.
Banchero didn't play a
Default.
lot this year, so I mean,
Yeah. The East is top heavy with the guard play because even like down south there's Trey Young. You know what I
oh
mean?
yeah, Trey
So
Young.
it gets
I
tough. It
completely
gets
forgot about
tough in the
Trey Young.
East with the guards at least. The forwards and the center, it's no problem. So okay, over to the West now. My reserves, I definitely got Jalen Green in there. I got John Morant,
Ooh, ooh,
Anthony Edwards, as we said.
okay.
Um, Alfred Şengün may be a squeeze. He
Mm.
may be a squeeze just because if the Rockets are floating between 2 and 3, um, yeah, I'm gonna go with Sanguini, Anthony Davis, reserve.
I mean, he's injured, so I don't know if I'm gonna throw that out. You're right. He's injured. He's sidelined
Oh,
right now.
he
So
may get the like how they just give him the credit for it and then they say okay
true,
get someone to come in and play. So he'll probably do something like that.
true.
Um, yeah, that's what I got. You got any names?
I got Ant, so I agree with there.
Yeah,
Jalen Williams, I believe in having like two representatives from the number one seeds at least
yeah.
minimum. So I got Jalen Williams in there. Alfred Sengun, I got him as well. Uh, Jaren Jackson Jr. over John Morant. I think Jaren Jackson Jr. has been more efficient. He's their defender. So yeah, as a big, I would rather have him in there. James Harden. The Clippers are what fifth, sixth, I believe. I can't think. I can't just
Big
top of my head right now.
surprise.
Big surprise. He's a big reason of that. The offense obviously goes to him. Like he said, he is the engine.
Hmm.
Kawhi's back now, so they should be doing better things. But yeah, I'm going to give him credit for that. I got Wemby there. I got Wemby as a reserve as well. Even though I probably agree with you to a certain extent, they probably won't give it to him. Still kind of young, but I got Wemby.
You don't
And
think
my
they'll give it
last
to him
guard,
though? I think they're gonna give it to him. I think they have to.
yeah, it's 50-50. It's 50-50. Because, they're out of the plane right now. So it's like LaMelo Ball situation. That's what, but I'm saying I'll give credit more to Wemby because the West is deeper, it's harder. You know what I'm trying to say? Like it's hard to win in the East, in the West. Sorry, and my
Yeah.
last guy, sorry, is De'Aaron Fox. I put De'Aaron
Okay.
Fox in there. He's averaging about 27 points a game. So yeah, those are my West
Okay.
reserves.
Fair. So you don't got Jalen in there. Green.
Nah, I got Sengun. No, Jalen. He's doing great. He's had stretches where he's been very consistent, but a lot of inconsistency, and I'd have to go with Sengun. But like, I'm not mad at Jalen Green either, though. I'm not mad if anybody wants to put him there. They're second in the West right now, so there has to be a representative. So I'm sure we can
Hmm.
make an argument for who should go versus um, Green or Sengun or whatever.
Yeah. Do you think Book's gonna get in? D Book?
Nah. I think they have a
Kyrie?
representative. Oh, season.
Maybe as
Nah,
the reserves. Because
maybe.
there's a little room for one of those guys. Maybe De'Aaron Fox to get snubbed year in and year out. So
That's
like,
true. Yeah,
you know what I
that's
mean?
true.
Like,
That's true. Yeah, it's hard. I don't know. I don't know what the coaches are thinking or like how they're gonna,
yeah.
like what their criteria is to decide who gets it. But I
Hmm.
wouldn't be surprised if Kyrie goes over De'Aaron Fox. Like I wouldn't be
Yeah.
mad at either. Luka's been injured for a lot of the season, so like half the season already.
Yeah.
So
True.
you know,
Okay, and I guess just last question, just to round it up for before we get into the serious stuff. Who do you got winning All Star MVP?
who do I have winning? Oh, wow. Whoever takes the game serious. Like
Okay.
Giannis, maybe potentially. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go with Giannis. Giannis or Brunson. I feel like those two guys would come out and like they don't cheat the game in the sense of like they look at it as just an exhibition game.
Yeah,
I would see them probably trying their hardest. LeBron, KD, Steph, they're probably gonna play like 10 minutes, 15 minutes,
yeah,
go to the bench. I don't know if Jokic is gonna take it that serious. Shea, maybe Shea, maybe, but bro, it comes down who takes the game serious at the end of the day.
yeah,
So yeah, I'll probably go with Giannis.
yeah. I got. Shea's a good choice, but I'm going with Jokic.
Mm,
I think he's just gonna rack it up. Like I think he's gonna go out there, have a little bit of fun, and fill up the stat sheet with the assists, with the rebounds. He's gonna get like 15 points or something like that. Like the score's gonna run high. You know what I mean? Everyone's gonna get
yeah,
12, 15 points. He's gonna get a couple cleanups. You know what I mean? Like those go so unnoticed sometimes because if Giannis wins, like he's gonna get a lot of like, oh, you're just gonna let me go to the rim. I'm just gonna take it. You know what I mean? Like Jokic is
right.
gonna be right there cleaning up all of like Shea's shots. Like Shea's probably gonna go off with the shots and Jokic will clean up. Nobody's gonna foul him. Nobody's gonna like you know what I mean. They're just gonna give him the two
Yeah,
points and okay, let me go do something fun down on the other end.
go kill
Sneak person I have is Donovan Mitchell because he's just gonna jack it. Like if he gets enough PT, he's gonna throw them shots up. But I am going with Jokic because he's gonna get a lot of freebies. Like and it's already easy for him. He's gonna get a lot of free stuff. Even when he wants to be someone that's generous, he's gonna
someone.
get 12 assists for no reason.
Yeah,
You know what I
just
mean?
because.
So I'm gonna go with him just based off like the totals off of like everything, right? The over
Yeah,
under.
no.
He's